Alright guys, so we sent pigs off Monday. It is now Thursday. So this is 4 months worth of work, or almost 4 months worth of work. So this is what you are going to get, or what it's going to look like when you send pigs off and then you get them back. Now, depending how you want your pigs cut up, depending how you're going to get them back and how much they're going to weigh. That chart was pretty close. I think it said it was 80 kilos live weight and 57 kilos as a carcass. Pretty damn close. It's about 5 kilos out. That could just be down to my measurements, because I was struggling to take the measurements of the day. But I'm going to spin you around and show you what you can get. Now, each one of these boxes is basically half a pig. So yeah, let me spin you around and you'll get to see what you're more likely to get back. So here it is. That's it, basically. So 4 months worth of work, love and care. Now I'm going to grab the chart that I got from the abattoir. So on here basically tells you when you send a pig to, or an animal to slaughter, they check for a few things, and on pigs it's the fat content. So these have got 16 mil of fat at the biggest point, which is quite lean for a traditional pig. I'm quite happy with that. In fact, I'm really happy with that. So literally you'll get a really nice coating of fat. You can see that, but not an over amount, basically. So we have had the boar, one of his legs into mince, one of them into diced, shoulders and stuff into joints. We've kept the hocks. They've actually been quite good with the markings this time. They're not normally that prolific. You'll have to excuse me, I cut my bloody finger carrying these in. Sausage from all the trim. 2 big hams that are going to get cured. Well, they're pork legs, but they're going to get cured and then chopped up into either steaks or joints. That's liver and kidney, or liver and heart actually, sorry. And we've got another video, curing bacon, nice big side of bacon. Should be in here somewhere, streaky as well. I'll be pissed off if they've chopped it right up, which they have. Again, oh no, that's got bone in it, so there should be somewhere in here some belly for streaky. But I bet they've not done it. No. No, they have, it's there, look. Just there. In fact, I think... No, that's it. That's a belly for the streaky. So that's it. Here's a 4 months worth of work. There are roughly, if I look at the chart, the estimate for the lean, which is meat without bone, is coming out at 164 kilos. I'll put something on the top to work out the maths. That doesn't include any sausage or anything like that. That is basically just pure meat and the fat that it contains. But there we go. Nice fresh pork. Watch out for the video for bacon. I might do it tonight, if not it'll be tomorrow. But I've got to get all these bagged up. I want to get these all separate, like all the sausages, excuse me, into 8s, all the pork chops into 2s. So you know what I'm going to do for the next couple of hours. I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, just a quick one while I'm doing these pigs is, the last video was tag and ID. So basically when you send pigs to abattoir or send them somewhere, you need to have them marked. Now when you get livestock, you need the CPH number and a herd number. So when you tag something, it'll have either one or the other, or both. And you see in the last video me slap marking them. So when they slap marks, whatever happens to that pig, it should still have that tattoo. Now I'm just sorting these, 1 second, I'll just turn you around. So I'm in the middle of sorting them out. I'm virtually halfway there. I've done the other customers. So basically I've got 3 pigs. The reason I've got 3 pigs, I normally get 2, is because next door wanted 1. So I just you know, brought an extra one in, and there you go. So anyway, back to the point of this little clip in the segment is the ID. So when you slap or tattoo the pigs, it is basically a permanent mark, like any tattoo would be. And if you're worried about not getting your pig back from the abattoir, it's one way to find out, because it's not like a tag that could be removed and changed for some other tag. Although them tags are pretty really hard, you cannot like take it apart and change it for another one. Yeah, so on this piece of meat, as you can see there, LR3438, that's meant to say. It looks like a 9 to me. Oh well, so I'm pretty sure nobody's got the same herd mark as me, or virtually the same herd mark. And it'd be pretty coincidental. Oh, well, there you go, look, there you go. So LR3438. So obviously that tattoo didn't stick out or ink up as much as it should have done. Whereas that one, if you see, there. So if you're ever actually looking at a piece of pork in the supermarkets and you see that and think, what's that number? Well, LR stands for Lincoln, and then this is your herd number that's generated on your location. So when you get it and it's got GR on it, it's obviously from Germany, or DU, Dutch. So there you go. You can see how much that stands out on the camera. It still doesn't look like an 8. Oh, it does there, look. So, there we go. That's what it looks like once it's been through the process, basically, through the abattoir and stuff. So you know when you get your pig sent off that yours are actually going to come back as yours. So I know now quite confidently that at least them 2 hind legs are both from my pigs. And that's why, in theory, that's why sometimes or this time at least, I do the hind legs and then do the shoulders as well, because, you know, things can get mixed up in the butcher. I mean, you know, once it's cut up, and there's not a great deal we can do about it, but this way you can at least identify that it was almost all your pig. There's no reason why they would mix it up with somebody else's unless they're doing it on a mass. But what you tend to find is you'll independently get one person working on your pig, basically, until it's all done. But there you go. Alright guys, I'm just going to quickly add this on to the end of the video that you're just about to see. This is curing bacon. There's only really 2 or 3 things you're going to need. Obviously the pork is one of them, which is obviously obvious. You're going to need 2 sets of scales. One is just a standard kitchen scale, like that. Another is these digital scales. These come in all different shapes, sizes, quality, but you will need an accurate scale for the cure. Just purely for the fact that if you don't get the cure mix right, or the amount of cure mix, it will just not work, and you'll end up with spoiled bacon. Now this loin here, this is what we'd call back bacon. Weighs, well, it's topped out the scale, so it weighs over 5 kilos. So what I'm going to do then is open this up. Remember when we're using a sharp knife, work from away from you. Alright. And the reason I say alright is because normally when I get this back from the butcher, I have to trim it up. Now, you see that? Beautiful. Now that they've done a pretty good job actually, a really nice tidy job, squared off the edges. You've done a really nice job. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just chop this in half. The cure that I'm working with today, you use 50 grams per kilo. Now that does vary, pretty much in half. That does vary for what cure you use. It depends where it comes from and what style of cure it is. This is just a bog standard smoked or hickory smoked cure. So that's 2.5 kilos. Oh, bang on! That was spot on the middle. So that was a 5 kilo joint basically of back bacon. I actually quite like to bring them down to this sort of size because, you know, easier to handle, easier to put in the fridge. And the bags, you don't have to have massive bags either. Now there is another thing you're going to need as well. Well, you don't necessarily need these, but I use them, the vac packs. If anybody uses vac packs, it's basically what I use. You can seal it up tight and then there's no mess in the fridge. So you just want to pat these dry. If there's normally too much fat on these, I would take the skin off or the rind. I may still do that, I don't know. So just pat them dry and we'll get the cure ready. So as I say, I'm just using that hickory smoked cure from Tom Master. I'm trying to rush this because the battery's about to go again. Really useless. So 2.5 kilos, it's 50 kilos, 50 grams per kilo. So 50, so 100, 125 grams per joint. Close enough. 0.1 over, basically. So what I'm going to do, size these bags up, chop them, and I'll bring you back. Hopefully that'll focus. Right, so I just found a tub. It needs to be non-reactive, so non-metal, anything like that. There's a cure weighed out. It's quite a fair amount, to be fair. But what you need to do, good coating over, rub it in. You'll find little crevices like that. So give it a quick rub. Until you get the ends. Don't worry about if you don't get all the cure on it, as in, like if you rubbed it all over and you feel like you've got enough on there and you've got some cure left. Don't worry about that because you can always stick it in the bag. Rub on each side. On the fat side, you can't. When you rind this, it probably cures a bit better actually. If you don't, so maybe I should have just taken the rind off. So next thing, just put it into the bags. Yeah. So that cure needs to go into there. Some methods. See, I mean, it's quite a lot. Just put it in there. The key is to get it everywhere, basically. So that's one. I'll bring you back when I've done the other one. Okay, so what I've done is I've basically put these into the sealer, backpacked them, and that's what it should look like really. Nice even spread. I have got a bit of salt here, but as you can see, once it starts drawing out the liquid, this has only been in a few minutes, it will start mix it in and stuff. So this has only been in the amount of time you see that. It's already starting to draw the moisture out, and I started with these ones first, a different cure. You know, pretty much see all the cure coming out already, all the moisture. So that's it, that's how easy it is. I'll do another video and bring it back in a week. So these I've got, that's a good 2 inch basically. It works out, is it 1 day? Yeah, it's 1 day for 13 mil. So 13 mil is just a little over half an inch. So for 2 inch, that's 4 plus 2, 5, 6. They're going to get a minimum of a week anyway. For me, what I have to do now is stick these in the fridge, let them cure, and then we'll get them out and wash, and we'll get them part frozen and sliced. See you in the next one.